Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live and back at it again, folks. It's a terrific Tuesday. I hope everyone out there is happy, healthy, and safe. Welcome to the Wrestling for Life Network as we bring you WWE NXT tonight. It's going to be a fun one, jam-packed show, lots to talk about, lots to get into. So make sure you strap in, strap on, and grab your feel-good. It's going to be a good one. Triple digits already. Let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, it's a feel-good Friday. Lots going on here at the channel. Should be a good one tonight. Jam-packed show. Lots going on. A couple title matches. Couple interesting scenarios playing out as well. We're going to dive into all of it. Me and that pretty face got you for the next couple hours. I see that chat filling up already, so get in there. Let us know what's on your wrestling mind as we get into all of it. But I will remind you, I am Mr. Overnight KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube. And that is Big Nick.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings to you its YouTube tag stream champions of the world, the Every Night Delight KJ White. I'm Big Nick, and yes, tonight we got 2 stacked title matches and everything. Right there beneath us, we've got Eddy Thorpe taking on Trick Williams, which I think could have a surprise outcome. And we've also got Axiom and Frazer, with Axiom doing double duty, but Axiom and Frazer putting the titles on the line versus Gallus, which I think you've already given your vote for Gallus winning.
I'm all in. I'm more than happy to see Gallus take this one, Nick. I think it's very interesting what's been happening with Axiom, but Axiom seems to find a way to continue to surprise us, continue to get those W's. So what do I know? But yeah, my vote's going Gallus tonight, especially with Axiom doing double duty. I mean, very yes. And he's going to get whooped by Oba. So,
oh yeah. So I think this is this match 100% Oba wins this clean, easy. And I think that plays into the tag title match. Maybe this is finally the time that Knotman and Robin are torn asunder. They've had that little bit of tension and everything. And I really wanted to ask you, because I know you like Gallus in the tag match, with the men's title match. Does Trick win? Does Eddy Thorpe win? Because Eddy Thorpe, duped everybody and took himself out, so he gets right into a title match. Would it make him look like a fool if he turns around and loses it on his first challenge?
Actually, that's a very good question. I mean, to pull the ruse that he pulled to get the shot, it would almost seem a little anticlimactic if he actually takes the L here. So, I mean, it was a very well played on his part as far as, if you guys didn't see last week, he acted or gave the perception that he was taken out, which eventually led to him getting a title shot. And then it turned out that he, kicked his own ass, Nick.
Yeah, he went all Happy Gilmore or liar, liar there, Jim Carrey. What are you doing? I'm kicking my own ass. But yeah, right. I think it might make him look a little of a fool if he goes and then he loses to Trick. Plus, also, we know whoever wins this is going against Oba at New Year's Evil, I'd assume, and going to just get squashed for that title. So do you have it off Trick and Trick doesn't get any Oba on him? Doesn't get any squash on him and just leave it for Eddy. Eddy has a little bit of a short run. He looks all right because he just, pulled the wool over everybody's eyes. He starts to be a bit of a heel. Oba can be a bit of a face. Maybe Trick moves up.
Yeah, I mean, again, I thought maybe that's what was happening at Deadline as well, that Trick would drop the belt, get out of the way of this bulldozer that is Oba Femi.
Right.
And Oba. So, I mean, again, a hard shout. But I will say quickly, folks, it's about 9 minutes to the start of NXT tonight. I see this chat filling up. Let's go. Let's keep it busy. And we appreciate it. We really do. But, yeah, I mean, again, Oba seems like the unstoppable force in this whole dynamic. So
absolutely. Well, speaking of the unstoppable force, let's say hi to the peoples and everything that is, especially the unstoppable force. Bradley out there doing his best Santa Claus impression out there, just dropping gifted subs for everybody and everything that memberships all the way around. Appreciate it so much, my guy. One for KJ regarding his Maple Leafs beating my Sabres on Sunday, and 2 for Nick beating me in fantasy football playoffs and fantasy hockey in the same week. I didn't even know that. Man, flipped around and caught a triple-double.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, no, that's awesome, Bradley. We greatly appreciate all that, as it says there. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
Absolutely. See money. What up? Make Trudeau unemployed again. I'll let that sit with you, sir.
Soon.
Clay, what's up? How are you? I will be NXT tonight. There you go. Clay's actually gonna be watching the wrestling besides us.
No
too.
football tonight, I guess.
Right, Kevin, what up? Brandon Paul, what up? Alexis talking about Saturday Night Main Event, 1,590,000 for ratings and Collision 249,000.
Yeah, not and then people, the defenders out there can say whatever they want, but 1.59 is a great number. Collision, Battle of the Belts, that people say, well, you could Saturday night's so tough. That's a fucking great number for, as I swear a little early, but that's a number for Saturday Night Main Event.
Oh, absolutely. And they did play into it a bit with the nostalgia act and et cetera and et cetera. Yeah. But yeah, for Collisions again going the way of the dinosaur a bit too when it comes to these ratings, and they keep running into whether he moves it out of that time slot where he keeps it where it is, it's just not a draw anymore or something. Like there's kinks in the armor here.
No, 100%, dude. Like I mean, again, I think this is what's always kind of made me scratch my head with the whole scenario of at what point, at what number is TBS like I mean, are they thinking you might be able to get 200,000, 300,000 viewers on a rerun of Home Alone or something? At what point do they say, like, come on, guys?
But you just signed the new TV deal and everything. So that's when you thought that discussion would have hamstrung them. Could it be that they dial it down a good bit too? Of that's part of probably why Rampage is going away, of, hey, we need to trim some of this shit down, Tony.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Like, I mean, they're hoping that Max pays off a little bit. I don't know. I mean, again, I don't want to see this company do poorly, but at what point do you assess the situation and think, man, this is not good? Like, in no way, shape, or form is this successful from a viewership stand.
It's funny you mentioned Max, because I'm like wondering how much or how soon it is until they mention about how Max cuts into their TV ratings now, because people are watching on Max.
Well, I almost guarantee that WWE will be letting it known how many people are watching Raw on Netflix. There are measurable analytics when it comes to Netflix, Max, and shit like that. So I really do anticipate that. Yeah, I mean, some people will watch it on Max instead of watching it on cable. But at the end of the day, what's that number going to look like?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Could it be that that's now a built-in excuse for ratings? And this is already going on longer than talking about ratings I'd like to, but yeah.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, I think that I can see at some points where that's going to be an excuse of them talking about it cuts into their ratings and why their ratings numbers are down. But that'll be the last I'd say on that.
Oh, we'll see, because I mean they're already there. So if they stay status quo, it's a hard show.
Right. But Alexis reports having Penta debut on WWE on Netflix January 6th. Go ahead.
I just want to say, man, these reporters kill me. So we get a tease, which feels like it's Penta. It's a 0 with a line through it. People are, and then like all these crack reports are. It literally says whatever that symbol is will be at Netflix on January 6th. You're not exactly Sherlock fucking Holmes. Like, what are we doing? But anyway.
No, and we don't even know if it's Penta. Like, I'll admit, my initial reaction is the first thing I said was Becky, because orange. That's the literally primal brain took over and just, oh, well, and I know Becky's A, already signed to the company, and B, she was at the Netflix debut thing that they had and everything, the little presser that they had before they had the kickoff and everything, the media event that they had.
Yep.
So we know she's probably going to be coming back soon and everything. So that's where I thought of that. But it very much could be Penta, but no one fucking knows. Honestly, no one fucking knows right now.
No, just like, but it's so behind the 8 ball, and then report shit like it's breaking news. Like, how many times do we sit here on a stream and we're talking about, oh, they're going to do, the Bloodline War Games. They're going to do this, or this is up. And then next thing it starts 2 months later, they start reporting it like a week out. Like, oh, it's going to be like, what? You guys,
we know already. We know.
Yeah. Thanks for catching up, y'all.
Right. Eric Isaac, what up? What's up, Wrestling for Life buddies? Can't wait. Zaria and Soul versus the Meta 2. Oh, my heart will be torn. And Trick versus Eddy. Absolutely, absolutely. Kevin,
Yeah.
what up? Final countdown. Ken, what up? JPC, Damien, the leader of the Hopium tribe.
Go.
Wrestling Proud, Kyle, we got you. Jake, Scott, TJ, Eric, Tate, Sean Ellis. It's about time WWE has mass wrestlers who are actually great in NXT. Is Axiom the only? Well, you got Ronald, you got Dragon Lee, but they're just LWO flunkies right now, little.
I mean, Axiom's been great, but I kind of didn't want him to wear the mask. Like, I never.
Yeah, true. A-Kid was pretty solid.
We knew what you looked like, and then you put a mask on. It was really confusing. I mean, again, Ray's been Ray, and he's at the in the twilight of his career. I do think there's something to Dragon Lee as far as your ability to book him in a certain way. I just think it's early. So again, I think not a lot of masked wrestlers nowadays in North American pro wrestling.
Right. Well, maybe we'll get one more with Penta.
Penta, I'm in. Let's go.
Right. Paul, do you guys really think Eddie's going to beat Trick for the title? Come on now. I do. I don't know about you.
I don't, but I never thought of it by the way you presented it. Like in my head, I'm like, Trick Oba's the payoff. Trick Oba's where we're heading with this. But you have a valid point. Like Eddy pulls a ruse to get this position and then shoots himself in the foot. It's like, oh, bye, Eddy.
Right. You're the fucking Three Stooges. You stepped on a rake. Like, what are we doing?
A little bit of like, I'm so dastardly and clever. But I think it would blow my mind if Trick drops the bell.
But that's what I think. You get a big reaction because, by the way, they're doing the double taping again tonight. They're doing it all week and everything. Yeah. So again, hashtag no spoilers. This is a spoiler-free zone. Whether you head behind all the time, what have you.
100%.
Dennis, what up? Byron, I got rapid fire here because I got like 2 minutes here.
Right.
Outdoor Beast. Shout out to the stream. Shout out to you, sir or ma'am. Brendan Paul doing your best dirt sheet reporter. Oh my God, KJ Dick, someone is backstage tonight. Who could it be?
All the people.
It's Shawn Michaels.
Right. The whole crew's back there right now.
Right. Wesley, what up? Muhammad, what up? Anthony, what up, my guy? What up?
Let's go.
Jonathan Gill, Steven Elimination Chambers, Scott Rizzo, Tyler, Rocco, Cherokee George. Even in all, what are the title matches? We already went over it. You got the NXT title on the line and you got the tag titles on the line.
Yes.
Bowman's AI Insights. Good evening, lads and gents. May the blunt be with you all. Stoner Jesus.
Wait a minute.
That's someone else's catchphrase.
Right.
Derek Doe, sup KJ and Nick. Do you see Trent Sever returns back to WWE?
I don't know. I mean, again, I'm not really pining for it unless you have a plan, like he teams up with Pete Dunne or something, but I don't know. Where's Tyler Bate? Tyler Bate was hurt, right?
Yes, Tyler Bate is hurt. And so is Ilya. Ilya's still on the shelf, too.
You know, it's crazy. With so much going on, and I know we got like 30 seconds, but with so much going on, a guy like Ilya, I hadn't even thought about him.
That's what's going to make his return that much better.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking Gunther opponents, and I'm like, wait, where the fuck? Yeah, Ilya's hurt. God damn it. But I'm getting the show kicking off. Then, now.
Shut up.
Okay.
Forever.
There we go. Right out the gate.
There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, Nick and I are synced up. You can do the same as we are about to get together. So if you want to join us and watch at the same pace, that's how you do it. But NXT going live. Be a friend, tell a friend, get in the chat. And what is on your wrestling mind tonight? How you feeling? What do you want to talk about? How do you feel about Raw, Saturday Night Main Event? Are you excited for Dynamite tomorrow? What is going on out there?
Absolutely, 100%. As we're in Lowell, Massachusetts. I'd have forgot that they were this close to my residential area.
Living his best life. Yeah, I didn't realize NXT was in Lowell.
Yeah, it's interesting. They normally kind of announce when they're touring because the two big tour dates that they did were Chicago and St. Louis. We had Raw last night in Boston. Right. So I didn't know NXT was touring along with him.
Eddy, oh, look at
Ethan Page.
Steal the Happy Corbin gimmick.
No, don't you do that. It's like the smile curse of like, did he just look at Baron Corbin before he got released?
Look, Javon in the lobby getting everyone pumped.
Right.
Yo, I like this.
Absolutely.
So we're getting a look back at 2024. Which, by the way, on Thursday, we will be here for a look back at 2024 as well, folks.
Absolutely. But they're even going back to OG Raw and everything. They're bigging up the history of wrestling in Lowell. I had no idea.
It's crazy.
Well, and and especially, like, I had no idea that they were even going to be outside of Full Sail, outside of Florida and everything like that. This makes me think that we could see much more changes than we think.
It might be a bigger show than anticipated, especially being
yeah. You're got a lot of pomp and circumstance for this one.
Well, you remember next week, Christmas Eve tape show. The following week, we're into the New Year's. We're setting up New Year's Evil. I mean, there's not a whole lot left.
Yeah, well, it's like you even mentioned with Raw of, well, this is where Sean lost his smile and Ethan lost his smile.
Right, Ethan lost his smile.
I need to go to the main roster, or I need to wait until my friend Josh Alexander shows up and can help me out.
Yeah. Dude, this little promo package, I'm like, let's watch the show. Like, if I was on like a streamer and this was like the little trailer they were giving me, I'm like, what are we doing? Let's go.
Absolutely. This feels like a goddamn movie trailer. All right, I can't wait till this getting shit kicks off. Capone, what up, what up? Jordan Elder, hi there, everyone. Absolutely. JV, didn't Tony Khan want to run the Hammerstein Ballroom? And yes, there will be.
Yes. That's Friday.
What?
Yeah, Friday. We will be here live for Ring of Honor Final Battle.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, they're running it. GCW's running it. I love the shows in that. One of my favorite little venues. I mean, even when you think of one night only and stuff like that, man, I mean, it's just because you're on top of the ring, like that, the way that's tiered. And we have a comedy club like that here where it's just up, like you're on top of the stage. It's such a good vibe.
It's such a unique thing, and especially at that time in wrestling, you didn't see a ton of really unique venues and everything like that. And I specifically, just from watching like the little random ways you could find to actually watch ECW, catch it late night on a fucking random ass channel or something. And I had the N64 game for ECW.
Yeah.
And every goddamn match was in Hammerstein. So, and it's just, you see everyone in the mausoleums and all that, out there. It's just such a cool visual.
As ladies and gentlemen, we are
really speaking of cool visuals.
What?
No, I was just saying of even with the because it's the new arena, they're in Lowell and everything. It's much more like the OG, Raw and everything instead of the Florida setup.
That package going back to DX and Shawn Michaels and Triple H and seeing the Bailey and the former NXT stars, Finn, and it really building up why this show is a little more than your normal show. I like what they did there. Oba.
So then tag team main event, tag team co-main event, because if you've got Axiom versus Oba kicking it off, you got to give this some runway.
Yeah, I figured this match would be kicking it off, and then you got to go second last probably with the tag match.
Yeah, fair enough.
If there's going to be a title change and Trick's retaining, you might flip it.
And I'm telling you, my guy, this man's becoming more and more of a babyface with the little bop in his step and everything. And even the crowd's going along with it now. That's why, to me, Eddy makes sense. He's a heel. Trick's moving on up.
You got a point. And I mean, again, it's another example of the crowd just loves to play along. And this is what I implore other wrestling companies to really work on, is that audience participation. He comes up with that swag, and then the fans like doing the whole, whoa, whoa. Oh, it works, man.
Absolutely. And the dogs in the house go, whoo. And it sound like, whoo. And it sound like, whoo. Love these crowd setting. Yeah, well, and especially, like I said, and it just caught me ajar because, again, I didn't even realize they were touring and everything. I was expecting regular Full Sail venue and everything. and then they pop this out, and it's like when they do the old school throwback Raws and everything that we just got with a bit with Saturday Night Main Event. So it's just really cool.
Oh,
and Frazer coming out with Axiom.
I wish they would change this entrance. We don't need this. It really makes my head hurt. Like,
still hardest intro to watch on Vitamins, that one or the Gacy one where they flipped everything upside down?
It wasn't just that it was upside down, it was that it moved.
It's like, bro, I'm already spinning.
Right. But up first tonight, I guess I can ask the fans how this one goes. I don't know if there's any spoilers out there yet. So
I haven't seen any. The knee pad police. I don't know if I've seen the knee pad police, but normally they're out in patrol of making sure there's no spoilers in the chat.
Right.
Cherokee, will Netflix co-show with any other broadcast? No. Monday Night Raw will be exclusively on Netflix.
Yeah. Now, rumor was they were moving some shows that like were putting content onto YouTube moving forward. I mean, they got a lot of happening.
I haven't kept up with their movement of trades and wares of their video library. Like, apparently everyone's watching it like it's fucking, precious cargo moving across the Atlantic and everything. I haven't kept up with where it's going to end up being or whatever. I've seen people think that it's going to go on Netflix. I've seen that it's going to be just the raw footage and everything like that that's moving on, or the raw content that's moving off of Peacock. I don't know at this point. But we're with Axiom in the corner. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. But no, I was laughing. They were debating the spelling of monster. But,
monster, what?
Yeah, interesting vibe to this show.
It has that old school arena kind of vibe a little bit.
Yeah, got a Ring of Honor vibe to it, ironically.
Yeah, who would imagine? Mike Rouse, what up? Stoner's finally gotten into the correct account. Oba. Yeah, Mike Rouse is on patrol until MDB gets here.
There you go, Mike.
Richard saying, such a fun venue for an NXT show. Absolutely. Yeah. Like, it's like you nailed it, honestly, of saying it has that like Ring of Honor. This feels like, a Sinclair Broadcasting Ring of Honor.
Yeah, show. A little bit. As Oba in control as anticipated. 500 on Oba.
Man, just slap the ever-loving taste out of this man's spinal cord.
Right. 94% of the chat voting for Oba. No shit. Who are the 6 that went against them?
Axiom, A-Kid, Axiom.
As I head into a commercial break, folks.
Yes, sir.
As we are opening NXT with interesting starts. So let's go.
Absolutely. And already, again, I think you and I are both off to the perception that this is going to be a really big show, of that they're putting a lot of, the whole video package and everything before that, the presentation that they're going with this. Like, this might be their little holiday special a bit.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, again, it's got a nice vibe to it. I like the start. Again, lots of intrigue with this match and how it's going to play out. So, yeah, I mean, we'll see. I mean, I'm expecting Oba to get this over with very soon, and see if Axiom can hold on to those titles. Axiom.
Yeah, I'm surprised this went to a commercial, to be honest. Well, when you count the intros and everything like that.
Yeah, it was a quick rush to commercial.
Well, I was going to say over under a 5-minute runtime for this match, but I mean, you take out the commercial, you still might get there.
Right.
Boston, what up? AB Johnson, Oba for the W. Chris Kane, we need some Petrovich tonight, not so much Adonis.
Yeah, I still don't know what the fuck they're doing with this whole storyline. I don't get it.
Is it just this is very much what we joked about before when we knew they were going to the CW of, I don't want to wait for my life to be over.
Throw it in there.
This is a little Dawson-y. This is a little I'm expecting to see Ashante the Adonis just walk, like standing up in a rowboat out on the lake and shit like that. Like, what are we doing, dog?
Right. Let the slaughter begin. People are.
What?
Oh, it was just a comment in the chat. Let the slaughter begin. Poor Axiom.
Oh, Jesus. I was like, God damn.
Right.
Michael Spikes, KJ will the prediction championship be on the line for Raw debut show for NXT January 6, 2025?
Maybe. I think I'm leaning towards yes. I think it feels special. It feels big. Again, why not put it on the line?
I don't have my paddle, but I would vote yes for this. 100%.
There you go. Nick has spoken, folks. Let it be written.
Right. I don't know if my voice holds any weight in this court. It normally doesn't, especially in wrestling court.
It's a done deal. There's your
no, my wrestling court record does not shows that I don't have any weight in this court.
Right. But yeah, no, we'll put it on the line. I like it.
Well, and they've built this thing up to it basically is a PLA. Christ, they have a kickoff show tomorrow and everything too, where you have content creators lying saying they got invited to be there just because it's a fucking free event and everything. Like, that's the thing is, it's crazy enough that they've got a whole kickoff show just for them going to Netflix. They've put it out there. They are treating this like it is, game 7 of the NBA finals and they're Michael Jordan. They ain't letting this shit down at all.
Right. As we are back to the action, Oba's still in control. Axiom.
You can literally see the handprint of this man on Axiom's spine. I can count the fingers.
100%, Nick. That's a heavy hand.
Literally and figuratively. Final countdown. I appreciate you guys. My provider dropped the CW, but I have the app, so I'll be able to watch NXT tomorrow. Oh, tough struggles out there.
Talked about that.
Yeah, which is still crazy that they outdraw Dynamite. But that's neither here nor there. But right. Yeah, it's interesting. The CW choice was an interesting one because it's not as readily available. I feel like not a lot of people were familiar. Like, you don't regularly go to the CW, I feel, unless you're trying to hope for supernatural reruns.
100%. As Axiom kicks out of 2.
Oh, turn this man inside out with a clothesline.
Can we do this? This made me chuckle. Can we do the tonight? Well, I don't want to talk about it, but interesting tomorrow night. Mercedes versus Anna Jay for the belt. Moxie, Pac, and Wheeler Yuta versus Hangman, Jay White, and Orange Cassidy. Oh, what a weird build to this whole situation. Osprey Darby should cook. Benjamin has to fight Mortos.
It'll be a thing. It'll showcase Shelton Benjamin.
Well, no, they love Mortos. They keep showcasing Mortos. Everybody wants Mortos.
I'm not making them at night, Dad. That's a little bit what I feel with the love for Mortos and hologram. But yeah, no. Oba just
stop.
Cave this man's chest in.
Oba just unloads on Axiom's chest, carries him into the corner, and smacked the shit out of that man.
I'm already fantasy booking Gunther versus Oba in my head right now.
Clap off?
Hi, I'm Axiom. Welcome to Jackass. This is the Get Slapped by Oba Femi challenge.
Right.
Axiom trying to, and again, just gets sent down with a slap to the chest. Not a punch, not a clothesline, not anything super offensive or anything. Just, right. I swat you like a bug.
It's just pure brute strength.
This is Axiom's game here. This is what you got to do if you're going to try and win this match. Chop the tree down.
That's it. And I mean, they're doing a good job of making this match more competitive than we anticipated. And being that Axiom is one half your tag champs, it's a good thing he's not getting completely steamrolled. But he's barely getting any offense.
Yeah, but it's one of those as he just hits the fucking parlay of super kicks and then gets a 2 count, gets rolled through into goes for powerbomb. Hurricane run up into a pin for a 2 count. It is fitting that, I mean, he's a tag champ and everything, so he does still have to look at least halfway strong and everything like that. But at the same time, man's doing double duty, so you don't want to have him out here for a 20, 25-minute match when then he's got to go and wrestle a 35, 45-minute match.
Well, I think if this match is a bit more of you drag him into deep water a little bit with this match, it kind of does what, gives you that perception. There's no way he can, right? Which we said at Deadline with Frazer. So who knows?
Exactly. Axiom up top. Missile drop kick. Turns Oba inside out when then the kip up. Boston, the Serena looks sick for the show. Feels like New Japan or Ring of Honor. Yeah, it's got that like indie vibe.
150%. I love it.
Right. Oh,
it was mezzanine.
That's yes. That's your vocab word of the night, folks. Hashtag mezzanine.
Wow. Oh, it's over.
I've never seen someone hit a pounce power bomb until Oba Femi.
But Axiom gave him a little run for his money, tried to mount a little bit of offense, but again, just not nearly enough.
Yeah, well, and you have Oba like kind of hobbling, selling the leg and everything, and you brought it up of he's your tag champ, so he's got to at least look a little bit strong and everything.
Yeah, and again, it wasn't like he was pushing Oba around, right? Like that's the thing. You got to sell us on a small guy, big guy matchup.
Yeah, that's what that was. That was opportunity offense. That's the only offense that Axiom got in was he found an opportunity to sneak it in.
Yeah, you don't want to see a match like you don't want to see the little guy pushing the big guy around. It just doesn't play.
Right. Joe Wright, do y'all think it was wrong TK refused to sign the kid sign that said free Ricky, or do y'all think he was right? I'm curious to what others think.
Again, right or wrong, to me, it's just about being mature and being an owner. The guy is still rostered by you. It's just so petty, so childish, so ridiculous that you wouldn't do it. Do you, boo-boo, at the end of the day? But man, just sign the fucking thing. Like, you made a mountain out of a molehill for no reason, but it's kind of Tony's MO.
If this isn't the greatest work of all time, then it is very much just stop being petty. It's not whether it's right or it's wrong. It's being petty. Oh, hi, Ava. Oh, so now she's even pointing out about how Eddy took a shortcut. Now, unfortunately, I can't do my froze up a little bit. Ava looking fine.
Okay.
Hey, that's one less person I gotta compete with then. I'm good.
Yeah.
This man is looking disgusted at me.
All you, bro.
That's fine.
You get that upper lip.
I'll get that Moana fucking money and everything. I'll be drinking Terramana with Dwayne every night.
You feel like you're waking up next to Dwayne every morning. Here comes Soul Ruca. A much better transition.
Yeah. I missed, most of what Ava was saying to Eddy there. The most I kind of caught was that she kind of acknowledges that he took the little backdoor route to get there, and that's really my shit kind of locked up a little bit.
As we got Soul and Zaria.
Sultan.
I don't even think that.
They are like, I don't want to say that, like they're the tier just below in the main card, I think, when it comes to like Julie and Stephanie. Then you get Soul and Zaria. Like they're like the 1B to the 1A type of thing.
Oh yeah, I mean they're all in that mix. I mean I don't even like 1A 1B makes a lot of sense. Like that's that's not a bad thing. I know you don't mean it as a bad thing in any way, shape, or form.
Right.
I really do think that that whole upper like tier of women in this division are phenomenal. Like you can slide any one of them in and out right now, I know we're having a bit of trouble with the men's side of things, but I think ultimately they've done really well with the women. And then Soul's right there. She's had a good rise. Zaria's solid. And there's others. I mean, some people would think that Cora's in that mix a little bit. There's a bunch of names that, a Fallon who's got a title right now.
Absolutely. Dark Horse, Tatum, Gigi. But again, like, this has been a strength, especially when it comes to NXT, of for every bit that the men's division has slipped or has fallen off a little bit, the women's division has slid right into and taken over and still kept the ball and kept it running and everything with that. I mean, I'm going to do a shameless plug and mention the Buffalo Bills. This is a little bit. Amari Cooper catches the pass from Josh Allen, tosses it to Josh Allen so he can run it into the end zone and everything. Of the women's division is carrying NXT, but it's not to an extent, it is a noticeable if you're looking for it, but it's not one of those that I view NXT differently because it's, women, like the women are the prominent figure and everything like that. It was a smooth transition between the two. They're interchangeable. That was long-winded. Sorry.
No, it was perfect.
Boston, wait, I've been in this arena. This is Lowell Memorial Auditorium. That's a lot of lulls.
Boston, if you missed it, go back when you get an opportunity and watch the beginning little video package they did all about the venue. It was a real cool touch to start this show.
Hello, Chris. I almost want to give you a star. Nick will take the Triple H route, going out with a boss's daughter, Ava. Absolutely.
Right.
I will 100%. I'll go. They're going to do WrestleMania in Vegas. What a better place to do it.
Right. All you, boo-boo. How about her?
I've been a fan of Ava, and I know you don't like her, but I don't. I just, she's one of my personal favorites, I guess. I get if you don't like her, but to me, 69 in your playbook, number 1 in your heart.
What? No, she's brutal in all aspects.
I'm saying to me. I'm saying she's just a personal. Yes, she's your Wendy Chu.
Yeah, I guess so. But at least give me Chu any day of the week over Ava. Jesus,
take Ava over Chu. So see, that's what I'm saying.
She looks like one of the heads out of the Mount Rushmore got chiseled free.
In Easter Island.
Easter Island, actually, way better.
Zaria for the win. Back on topic as we're still in commercial break. I'm saying the NXT women's division. Go ahead. Fair enough. As speaking of going on breaks, KJ's going on a break of the NXT women's division is consistently a bright spot on NXT when the men's division is still rebuilding. Yes, and that's valid, and I like that it's very much that, it works that they've really been able to pivot over to it and everything, and no one's batted an eye. It's not been like, oh, well, I wish we went back here with this. Like, it's just still, if anything, it's progressed NXT and, brought NXT to newer heights a little bit with it because the women are fucking rocking this shit. Sorry, I'm still in commercial break, folks. I missed the start of the show, so I have to do that. Well, speaking of things you might have missed, 100%. Well, as we're getting Triple H showing up for the Netflix, logo announcement and everything, but we will be here tomorrow for the Raw on Netflix kickoff that I believe they're doing on the Tubes of You as well as us and everything like that. They'll be doing a whole kickoff, probably announcing all the matches that are going to be on the first night of Raw, which we already know is at least going to be CM Punk versus Seth Rollins. That was confirmed, I believe, last night. We've already had it confirmed of Roman Reigns versus Solo Sikoa in Tribal Warfare, Tribal Chief versus Tribal Chief for the Ulafala. We assume we're getting Liv versus Rhea, plus I'm sure we're going to get some other stuff and everything. Yes, so Raw on Netflix kickoff tomorrow. WWE HQ, Stamford, Connecticut, tomorrow, 2 p.m., 11 p.m. Pacific time, or 11 a.m. Pacific time. And it's got Logan Paul's going to allegedly be there, which is interesting because he said he retired from being a pro wrestler. But yes, other people are going to say they got invited there. We're inviting you to be here with us. 100%. As now I've got Dion Lennox and Carmen Petrovich backstage. So of course, KJ takes a pause as we get the Dawson in NXT here. As you can see the fact that this shit don't have no roof. This is a sound stage. Terrible ass fucking cafeteria shot that we get all the time as they're talking it over. But yes, on top of that, 100%, folks, if you haven't done so already, be a friend, tell a friend, like, share, and subscribe. Absolutely. Spread the good gift of wrestling out there. As Ashante comes in as Dion's hugging Carmen, and you hugging my lady? What the? All right, and then we're moving along. I will remind everyone as well, too, that we will be here tomorrow night as well. Also at 7:45 Eastern Standard Time, we'll be live for AEW Holiday Bash, the holiday season, as we're heading into the go homesies for World's End and all of that. But Ashante the Adonis upset about this whole situation, and yay, I agree with you, Dion. He's saying, I'm done. I've had it. I'm over all of this, backstage hoopla.
I think we all are.
Yeah, as now they're cutting again to the Raw Netflix ad and everything.
It's just a nice little teaser that they've been doing a lot.
Right? Well, no, they just cut to darkness of we've got Lash and Jackson, Meta 2 instead of Meta 4. We've got Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson coming out right now.
Lash and Jackson.
Right?
You heard it.
And I think they have a future, A in WWE and B especially, in this tag team division.
Oh, 100%.
But who you got? You got Zaria and Soul, or Meta 2.
I'll go baby faces.
Fair enough. I'll just, for the sake of being difficult, take Meta 2.
Yeah, that makes sense. Figured.
I've been an advocate of Lash Legend for a hot minute here. So, and again, they were just recently, not too long ago, out there feuding with Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair for the women's tag titles. So who's to say now that Naomi's tag champ that we don't go back there?
Shit. Yeah, no, Jackson with a huge drop kick to start the match.
She looks like the 4th or maybe 5th member of TLC.
Right eye, Lopez.
Right eye. Right eye. Left eye. Right eye.
So, taking a
Is
page.
she wearing Vans? She's wearing Vans as wrestling shoes, I swear.
Oh, and now she's surfing Jackson.
Yeah.
Two count.
I might be a bit ahead of you.
Irish whip off the ropes.
Blind tagging to Lash, you there?
Big elbow drop. 1, 2.
You got ahead of me. You're fine.
How did that even happen?
I don't even know. Physics, you fickle bitch. Yeah, we'll go full ICP. Magnets, how do they work?
Right. 50-50. Oh, 53. Slight edge to Lash and Jackson at the moment.
Fair enough. I mean, it could be going 50-50 either way because, again, Zaria and Soul are in that main event seat, if not to the upper main event seat and everything like that. And Lash and Jakara, we think, are closer to the main roster than they are NXT right now a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. In a lot of ways, Nick.
Right. But I got Solo and Lash right now in the ring. Oh, we're getting a tag into Zaria. So we're getting she had to like double, triple, quadruple tag this woman's hand. Slap hands, slap hands. She's Bobby Boucher. Slap hands, slap hands.
But a big stare down between Lash and Zaria, which
powerhouse versus powerhouse.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the stare down between Zaria and Jordan Grace.
That'd be good. Big shoulder blocks both ways.
Oh, dodges on the pump kick.
Nice back and forth between these two.
Absolutely.
Nice kick to the gut. Folks, rolling powerhouses. Let's go.
Powerhouses. Somewhat pot of greed. How does it work? What?
What? Huh?
Ah!
The old WWF had a lot of TV tapings in Lowell. Yeah. And they kind of ran through a little history of that. So it was pretty cool.
Right. Oh, Hurricane Rana. But yeah, I mean, think about it. When it was under Vince McMahon Sr. and everything, it was when it was the WWF, it was very much a Northeast territory. What the heck?
On the shoulders, down on.
And then the crossbody on the Lash as Zaria's got Jakara. Say that 3 times fast.
As Jackson thrown on her partner. Legend taking all the bumps.
God damn.
As we go to commercial.
Have we been a wee bit commercial heavy?
It feels a little commercial heavy. It does. I'm noticing them, so that always kind of tells me.
Yeah, but I think it's more of also a little bit because what we're getting in ring is so good that we're like, don't cut away. I want to keep watching this. Like we just watched a woman surf on another woman who was holding up another woman.
They cross-bodied another woman. It was then
right.
Crazy. Do you want to talk about Kevin Owens? Always. What's up with Kevin Owens? Other than the stuff that we already know.
This is like Bruce Wayne talking about Batman.
Right. What's up with Kevin Owens? What's going on?
I don't know what he could be doing.
Right.
Who dresses like a bat? Who sits there and, stands on a man while he's backboarded to a fucking stretcher and everything? I'm Batman.
2-0. Good job. KJ, you heard Camille might not be in AEW anymore. Wait, what?
Oh, you haven't heard about the whole Camille drama?
Heard. Oh, you didn't know? I didn't.
Oh, you didn't know? Well, your ass better call Tony Khan. But
no way.
Yes, so Zaria, or Christ Almighty, I saw a comment and it stuck in my brain. But Camille has said that I don't think she's exactly leaving, but she's becoming much more vocal about she hasn't been able to show her personality. And she doesn't feel like her character is going to use that well.
She hasn't.
In AEW, right? And then somebody spliced that right next to an article reporting that NXT offered Camille a contract. So it's like you could have gone the other way, but yeah. Now with this whole Mercedes Moné thing of Camille feels like one of the many speed bump hires that Tony's signed and brought in and everything of that. They're brought in, they get ran the fuck over, and then they're just left there.
I'm just kind of catching up on this right now. Very interesting, right? Like in the whole, and we criticized the whole thing with Mercedes of you see what's happening with Nia and Tiffany, where you need an extended period of time to make people sympathetic to Tiffany. Now we're getting Tiffany time chance. They never did that with it. Camille was in her corner for a couple times. Camille had a match with Queen Aminata, and Sasha helped her win. Sasha fought the same lady the week before, and Camille didn't help the win. What are we doing? Like, you're not booking this correctly. And then basically, I quit and walked out. Like, there was no build of personality, or like many things, the storytelling with it wasn't well. And I mean, Camille knows enough. She's been around enough that knows. She's not naive to the fact that her booking's been garbage.
You fucked it up on both ends, though, because like if you were going to do it of Camille is going to be the babyface at Breakaway and everything like that, you fucked that whole story up, and you messed it up of, I don't know why it switched to being PG now with this, but you messed it up with, her being the heel dominant. Like we've seen WWE do the examples of literally what they could have done with this with Tiffany and Nia and Raquel with Liv, of both ways you could have gone with this and done it better and done it faster and everything. Like if you're gonna get Camille over as the heavy and make her a strong heel, you mess that up. If you're gonna get her over as the baby face that gets screwed over and she gets her vengeance, you mess that up too.
Right? As we are back to the action, Soul and Lash in the ring.
Whoa, aloha.
Well, Camille could have went to NXT. She chose elsewhere. So, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm sure she's looking at what's happening with the women's wrestling in NXT, thinking, damn it.
Right. Yeah. You're missing out now on wrestling with Stephanie Vacour, Julia, Zaria, Delta, Rhea, all that. Christ, Liv, Raquel, Shayna.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, again,
including Becky and Charlotte who are coming back.
Yeah. Well, we just saw it with Lash and Zaria. Like, imagine a standoff between Camille and Lash, or Camille and Zaria, or Camille and Jordan one day. Like, that potential is there. Like, and to be minimized and underutilized and don't look like a powerhouse, it blows my mind.
You could sell me on Camille versus Roxanne, towering and forcing, heavy versus, pipsqueak.
Right. Ava Rain.
Ava Rain.
Someone asked, is New Year's Evil too early for Jordan? I believe it is. I hope Jordan Grace stays in TNA. TNA is cooking right now, and they have great things planned for 2025. I want her to block them for years to come.
No, she's out of there. 100% she's out of there. Speaking out of there, yeah, but and that's the thing is right now, as I'm gonna say this because I don't want to fully talk over this match because this match is cooking, but that's part of even why they brought in Tessa is that they realized that a lot of talent's about to leave. Josh Alexander to Mike Bailey to Jordan Grace, and then you even get names like Rhino, AJ Francis, etc. That are leaving. You're getting an outflux of talent, so you need to still bring in some notable names, some names that are going to get attention. Jordan Grace isn't staying there. Jordan Grace isn't happy that Tessa's there. That's publicly known at this point. She's all but gone. She's already shown up in the Rumble. She's shown up in NXT.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
And I mean, outside of the men's world title, like, what does she have left to do in TNA, right? Like, if it's time for her to go to the next level, I think that's where it is. And don't get me wrong, I like what TNA does. I know their knockouts division has been a little bit up and down in 2024, but Mash is a great champ. I think it's time for Jordan to. It's kind of similar to Josh. Like, I don't know. Like, what else can I do here?
Yeah, a bit, 100%. And I'm getting much more sold on the idea that we could get more Jordan Grace shows up in this year's Royal Rumble. And like, she's staying. It's not a guest appearance. And I'm back here next week.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, again, we could be wrong. I mean, there's still the opportunity, even with like a Josh or someone else. We said until you see them.
Whoa. Test of strength was suplexes. Oh, maybe could you do it, baby?
How do you get just a basic suplex over like that?
Springboard! Froggy splash. Oh, wait, what? What? Jakara, you took out the person that wasn't in the pin. Why did the ref stop? Logic. Pointed head looks smart.
I got to see a replay of that, man. Because as far as I saw, nobody kicked out. And somehow the ref started counting.
The ref just stopped.
The ref stopped counting because Jakara threw a drop kick on the bystander.
He just saw some shit fly on the top of his head. And he's like, no.
There you go.
Gets dumped out. Oh, Jakara with a tope Contractual. Well,
Jakara is like a Sasha Banks upgrade. Oh. On her face. Little
1, 2, 3. Let's go.
The more proficient tag team gets the W.
Absolutely. Again, who would have thought? Like, you go back to that old school booking tactic of the tag team that's been a tag team works better as a tag team.
Oh, as we go to last Tuesday. But yeah, man, for my money, and if they set up some issue between Soul and Zaria, not bad.
Not at all. I mean, that's what they basically did with Lola and Jada.
Yeah. Lash Jakara win. Yes, they do.
Oh, why are they acting? So why are they acting like they're still selling everything like this just happened? Like from last.
It said last.
Okay, well, no, I don't know if they're showing a replay from them backstage last week or they're supposed to be live.
It said last Tuesday. This is what
well,
happened.
No, I saw the stuff in ring or the backstage stuff. Okay. Thank you.
Wesley. I mean, Wesley could lead these two guys.
Those are his two little heavies. Yeah. I feel like I'm punning weird to say his little heavies when this man is the little. Oh, and you're not all wrong with this. Wesley interjected, and you're not wrong.
It's not a bad shout. I mean, it's where we struggle. I struggle. I don't know about you, but like when we talk about Wesley being in the main event picture, being world champion, I'm like, I don't know. He's a good guy, but I don't know if he's your world champion guy. But giving him a faction where he can kind of hide behind some shit might work. But Miss Parker.
Hello, Miss Parker. How you doing, Miss Parker? But yeah, no, I honestly think that's a great show, and I hope that they pull it in. And I don't know if is it a little too when like Reggie was without the mud that we just saw and everything a wee bit, but Wesley's talented, so be interesting. And he's got two kind of blank canvases behind him a bit.
It's not a bad show, right? Did you beat Reggie undefeated in GCW, I believe?
All of 2 matches?
I think he said 3, but yeah, not
so I was close.
It's officially a streak.
Yeah, and they're gonna just now we need to show up at GCW signs like GCW shows with signs like the Goldberg streak of 170-0.
To Camille, I say it's easy to be the big fish in the small pond in NWA. Then you scoffed at Hunter and Sean offering you a contract and get buried by AEW. And I mean, again, we talked about this before with others, and I know Will Ospreay at one point took it personal, but the idea of, to some wrestlers out there, the idea that you got to come to NXT and we got to train you a little bit is insulting to some. Not realizing, you got to learn our way, you got to learn our system. They're like, how dare you? I'm a star. And I feel like Camille did that a little bit, but look at the payoff. She was better off being in NXT for a few months, developing, honing her skills before, instead of being where she is now, not being used appropriately.
Yeah, it's always interesting with that because, I mean, you never exactly want to fully speak for another human being and everything, but at the same time, sometimes shit just obvious. Yeah. Ren for the win. Everybody else, Miss Parker.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Ren, but it might be a tough day at the office.
Did you see about the story going around that Matt Cardona may or may not have been offered an AEW contract, and it's still up in the air? A, if he was offered a contract, and B, if he might have signed said contract.
Well, I will be honest. I think that Matt Cardona, I mean, again, I think if Tony Khan, being the Tony Khan that we know, he's going to pay a guy like Cardona more than anybody else. And you have an opportunity. Now, if you bring in a Cardona and use him properly, he is a guy that can put asses in seats. He is a guy that can generate interest. But if he's just another guy, then it doesn't mean shit.
I hope there is a level of truth to this, and I will say the level of truth that I want to this, of that Cardona has been signed, and that's part of why we're getting the Jericho pops up in GCW and everything, because he knows how to get shit over virally and viscerally and everything, and that's a thing that AW has strongly been lacking in and everything. And using the indies, using this connection that you have to all of your wrestlers showing up on other shows and making them matter to a bit and everything, or at least something creative, do something else, something new at least. So I'm hoping that we know Tony signs wrestlers and listens to their creative opinion. That's all but confirmed at this point. So if he signs Cardona and at least listens to him creatively, I'd almost want that more than him in WWE, because I know they won't do that.
Yeah, 100%. I think he'll get more money and more opportunity in AEW if done correctly. And I do think that AEW is in need of some new blood. I think the Hurt business, the Hurt Syndicate's been good. A nice breath of fresh air for AEW, at least in their segments. And now if you bring in a Cardona, and maybe minimize some of the people that we've been watching for 5 years without a break. I think there's a lot of guys. I mean, a crazy Adam Cole is one of them that's stale. MJF feels stale. Orange Cassidy's stale. Moxley might be a little stale. You need something. You need change. You need something.
I saw people that said that they would rather see MJF versus AJ Boom than they would MJF versus Adam Cole.
Yeah. Again, I don't disagree. I think there's a lot of apathy, especially when it comes to somebody like Adam Cole.
Right? How old is the demographic for the CW that they're advertising Scrabble and Trivial Pursuit as shows?
Hosted by Raven.
And fucking, is it Data from Star Trek or whatever, or is it, it's in a book, reading Rainbow.
I do. As right now, we start off Jada and Ren St. Clair. By the way, big favorite, Ren, Miss Parker, 60%.
Yeah.
LeVar
there. Thank you. But
there you go.
Yeah, I'm glad that we're a percentage off from our viewership. All talking about Miss Parker, but
right.
I think it's interesting too. Of Ren and Co's kind of got that like Harvard-y color scheme and everything a little bit in Lowell, Massachusetts, and everything. So very much not too far off from where they are at.
Well,
so
Miss
I love the little LeBron James little step through taunt and everything into the corner, into the camera.
Oh yeah. How do you like them apples? Says Miss Parker.
Good Will Hunting.
Maybe my favorite movie of all.
Have not watched the full movie.
My God.
My God almighty.
One of my favorite movies of all time. Jada Parker just has it. Yeah, no, she got it. All of it. A lot of it.
Well, it's it begs the question of whether in-ring talent or like persona and everything like that, personality, which is the stronger hand you have to have, and everything, because like Jada's not a technical, she's not Will Ospreay, she's not out there hitting fucking corkscrew, getting 450s and everything, but she's got a goddamn personality for days and everything. And you buy into every little bit of it because she's got that personality.
Yeah, no, 100%. Undeniable.
Like we saw it in, what was it, the first or second match? A suplex gets over more because you sell it on us, you make it believable, you put an emphasis on it, versus I do a 450 shooting star and cool, you did the move, but I don't give a shit why you did it.
Right. Yeah. Ricochet and Ospreay being wasted on a collision for no fucking reason. Part of the Continental Classic. What's that?
I said that's a match that's happening on a Collision.
Yeah. Yeah.
How the mighty have fallen.
Yeah.
How we have gone from this was a pay-per-view match and everything to now it's a Collision match. Remember when Ricochet was out there doing interviews saying, if there wasn't me, there wouldn't have been an AEW and everything contextually. But yeah, like, and now we're giving away Ricochet versus Ospreay on a Collision during the holiday season.
Again, like, for those who are fans, I mean, again, we talk about this a lot, but if you were pumped that, oh my God, they signed Ricochet, he's going to tear it down, I feel like you didn't get what we were waiting for with Ricochet Ospreay. Why were they not thrust kind of together in some way, shape, or form? Right. Like when Ospreay was having issues with Gallus family, Ricochet helps him. They're buddies at first. And then there's a little bit of that rivalry that brews into a match. They missed the boat. And again, I think there's a good, like, Shelton Benjamin Mortos isn't selling anybody tickets, isn't making people watch.
Right, as we got OTM battling out with the Quarter Catch Crew as they're all fighting off here. But did Kyle Fletcher get the Ricochet push, essentially? Like, was everything that should have gone Ricochet's way gone till Kyle Fletcher?
Maybe a little bit, yeah. I mean, he's getting the big matches. He's getting the big payoffs. Yeah, man, it bothers me. And again, people think it's negativity. Oh, 2-2-2. Right, it's not negativity. It's disappointment.
Which is even worse to hear. You've coming from your parents. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Hey, and how you doing? 1, 2, 3 is how she doing.
She dead.
Let's go.
I'm still struggling that the hip thrust is a finisher, but if anybody can do it,
I'll sell the shit out of that move. I'll let that shit knock me out. What?
Right? Give me that Laffy Toffee.
Whoa. I got Tatum and Gigi and Shotzi, and we forgot about Shotzi.
We did not forget about Shotzi, but they're playing with dolls. So Nick likes this spooky gimmick, not the other spooky gimmick.
I like those. That sounds terrible to say.
Yeah.
Shut up, you.
As now they got a little faction going on. I like it. And Shotzi coming back here, to me, makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, if she jumped right back into the main roster with where it is and everything like that, right now, it's a weighted anchor and everything like that. Right. Like, you're going to sink down a little bit. Here, this can let you float atop, let you fucking reestablish yourself and everything.
Right. So
the CW demo is 50 to 60 years old. That's why they dumped their superhero shows and went for shows like Scrabble and Trivial Pursuit. Yes.
How do you tune into a Scrabble show? And like, you know?
The same way you turn into Antique Roadshow, my guy.
Fair enough. God damn.
In a nursing home.
Shotzi getting some love. Fatal Influence. Parker needs a legit finisher. I agree. Like, I think the hip thrust could be a setup to a finisher. I think she needs a move after the hip thrust.
Yeah, no, nothing. Hey, Unholy Union wearing all white, looking. Oh, baby. Oops. I did it again to your heart. Got lost in this game, oh, baby. Are you just trying to see how many fucking lyrics I know?
Yeah, keep going, man. You're killing it.
No, I'm not killing it. I think I'm killing the J, but Christ, what the hell was I saying?
Oh, up next, the tag titles are on the line, Nick. They're not giving them all
the top of the hour.
Top of the hour. You start and you start. Let's go.
Yeah. But yeah, what the hell was I talking about before?
Right? You seen the
crowd? I got all hot and bothered. I saw Unholy Union showing out there with, Oops. No. That's the one where that's the Britney on the fucking Mars and everything. I'm terrible. Moving on.
You're gonna cry, then I'm gonna cry, then we're all gonna cry. But yes, definitely based on my response. We love you, Isla Dawn, and my guy. Shotzi is awesome. I'm glad she's back anywhere. Yeah, no, it's good that she's back. Hopefully she can stay healthy. I like this trios. And I mean, again, we haven't seen Alba and Isla do a lot. If they're down to kind of mix things up, I'm good with it.
Absolutely. And yeah, we're getting more of, interestingly enough, like this focus with tag team wrestling, women's tag team wrestling in NXT than in main roster sphere where we have the belts and everything.
Mm-hmm. When Nick saw a doll, he turned off small swords.
I am leader of the Gorgonauts. I can't remember. I am also leader of the Gorgonauts.
There you go.
Yeah.
Is this karaoke or a wrestling?
Both.
Depends on the night, but often both.
So bring me to Pina Colada.
We'll show you karaoke.
Right. We'll go the most karaoke.
Right. Takeshita, Ricochet, Ospreay versus Fletcher is unsanctioned match. Moxley versus White. Why is Ospreay versus Fletcher an unsanctioned match? And what do you mean? Like, when is that happening? I think that's going to be the finals. Ospreay Fletcher, I think, is going to be the finals of the Continental Classic.
Yeah, I was like, so Okada, who we still don't know if he's champion or not, is just completely out of the fold.
Right. Yeah, no, again, they didn't really do a great job of explaining, but I do think Okada is going to get, again, not make it. I don't think.
Well, go ahead.
It just feels like Ospreay Fletcher's the we get Ospreay Fletcher 3 for the title.
Does that need the Continental Classic though? That's the thing is with some of these, do they need it?
They may not need it, but they're in it. So how do you have them lose out?
Yeah, fair enough.
Right, I didn't put them in there. They're in there. It's fuck.
I didn't do it.
It wasn't me.
But she got me on the counter.
Yeah, it wasn't me. Here we go.
Got me in the dollhouse. Wasn't me. Well, I like Lady B of please don't give the Shotzi faction a bad name like the Dark Dollhouse Collective, the DDC.
Oh, it doesn't sound good at all. Oh.
Ken Rock, better late than never. What's up, everybody? Absolutely, 100%. Whether you're catching us live, whether you're catching us on a replay, whether you're somehow watching us from the future space-time continuum.
Right.
As they're again hyping up Monday Night Raw going to Netflix. We need an AEW Women's Tag Champion. No, the fuck we don't. We don't. They can't do trios belts. They can't do. WWE's already managed to somehow initially do a women's mid-card better, the mid-card title better twice now, actually, than AEW's managed to do it with just one. Like, no, we don't need to add more fucking belts.
No, and I mean,
we need to make belts matter again.
If you make the belts matter, then we can talk about more belts, and that's the problem. If you only got 9 minutes of show for your women's division, having new belts, again, it just becomes one of another plethora of belts that mean nothing. Continental belt doesn't mean much. The trios belt don't mean much. The tag team belts are, they got to make their belts matter. Get the Ring of Honor belts off their fucking programming. Get the New Japan belts off your programming, and make your belts matter.
I feel like this is Shad Khan. I'm going to put myself in the role of Effie, playing the role of Shad Khan, talking to Tony Khan right now. No, Tony, we have enough action figures and everything at home right now. You don't even play with the action figures that you have. So why are we going to be buying more? Like, it's the same thing with wrestlers, title belts, everything. Like, Use what you got already. Quit trying to add more. Figure
Right.
out what the fuck you got before you quit trying to add.
Stop. All this
This
stuff
is what you're doing. This is
Yeah.
what I'd like you to do.
all this stuff you were building as we're getting this like NXT focus package on the history of
On a
NXT.
women's title. Yeah.
There's Sasha.
Did they mention it by name? Well, we got Indy. She didn't got released.
Indy.
Asuka. Could Asuka be coming back soon?
That's crazy.
Oh, they showed getting Paige. They
Oh,
showed Nature Boy.
Paige. Are they changing the belt? Is that what's happening here?
I don't know.
But if you are the women's champion NXT, you are the top of all, the best women's division in the world.
I think they're doing this to really amp up when Julia beats Roxanne and to make it feel like it's the biggest motherfucking thing out
Mandy, Tiffy, Mandy Rose. See, they're not shying away from. They're not like Vince, man.
Oh, yeah, no, it's one of those of double down. Go ahead. I'll mention you. I ain't afraid of you. Yeah, so they're already hyping up New Year's Evil. So this was all a tie into Roxanne Perez versus Julia at New Year's Evil. 100% goddamn cent. 102%. That's not even physically possible. Julia is winning this match.
Mm-hmm.
That's a WWE, honestly, at times when it comes to video packages, is second to fucking none.
Again,
there's a reason video packages from pay-per-views far gone still live in people's heads.
Well, I mean, the thing here is, let's say you haven't watched NXT in a month, and then you watch a package like that, you instantly, even knowing nothing, are very intrigued and into the match they're going to have at New Year's Evil. Like that, like instantly makes you fucking amped and hyped. And again, they didn't shy away from anything there.
Well, and 100% of they went through the whole history of that belt and everything, and very much put it on that pedestal and made it feel so big, and then hyped you right into the match of these are the two that are going for it. Of it's even like if you watch a UFC event and you might not know, might not be up to date on who's who fighting who and everything. But if they sell you on the title and what it means and everything and build you all the way into it and lead you to the fucking pearly gates and then tell you who's fighting for it, you're already hook, line, and sinker in.
Yeah, 100%. Why should I care? The number one question of most fans, why should I care and where do I get the beer? That's about it, right? Like, and that's what it is. I mean, instantly, again, if you haven't been a part of the build, you see that and you're like, okay, I'm in.
Well, and you've been the biggest one that's really brought this up, and I've keep missing it and forgetting it, and I forgot Axiom's out here with the mask as he's having to help up Frazer. They really are going like beating down superhero shit right now. But how with the holidays and the tapings and everything, by the time they start getting into these New Year's Evils, the Raw, Netflix, and everything, they don't have a lot of shows that especially they expect people are going to be tuning into or are truly live. So you got to really capitalize on all of your minutes now.
Right? New logo for New Year's Evil. Yeah. No, I agree with you, man. Gallus and Axiom now. Yeah. So not Man and Robin defending the titles, folks. Who wins? 54% still taking not Man and Robin.
There you go. There you go. On top, man.
I think it's Gallus boys on top.
Ah, fair enough. Fair enough. Well, I will be right back, boys and girls.
There you go, Nick. Taking a pause for the cause. We are getting our NXT titles on the line. Remember, Axiom already fought Oba Femi tonight, and we are off and running on this one. 47% tie right now. That's crazy. We got a tie. Nathan needs to go solo. I don't know about that. I think they've been really good as a tag team, and I'm worried that Nathan would get lost in the shuffle a little bit. Art King got Gallus for the win. I do too. Imagine this year's Mania weekend. It's very possible we get Rhea versus Io and Julia versus Stephanie at Stand and Deliver. 100%. 100%. A lot of people keep talking about the WrestleMania card, but so much, and that whole weekend, Kyle, so much is yet to be figured out heading into Rumble, the launch of Netflix, New Year's Evil. Yeah, what will Stand and Deliver look like? What will Mania look like? A lot of options. A lot of options. Gallus for the win. I have a feeling Wednesday they'll reveal what Netflix WWE interface will look like. Maybe. We will be here live tomorrow at 2 p.m. to give you guys the coverage on the NXT kickoff tomorrow at 2 p.m. And then, of course, back at it for the Holiday Bash as AEW Dynamite goes live at 8 p.m. tomorrow night. We will be live at 7:45. Axiom gear is fire. As they're showing the family in the back, we're going to get a three-way dance. It's possible. I think heel turn is coming. By who? Gallus targeting their injuries, as they should. Hurricane Rana. I honestly think Nathan is a far better performer than Axiom. Axiom's good. I think Nathan's got a little more charisma. But yeah, I think they're pretty fucking neck and neck. We get some topes. And they're like falling down. This is great shit. I will be here for it. Let's go, Jordan. Big spear. Liv, Rhea, and Io? Maybe. But I think that, like I said, a lot can change. Becky, Charlotte, a lot can change. A lot needs to happen. Mercedes is important to Botchamania. That's hilarious. Y'all know how I feel about Mercedes and what she's been struggling with. It has not been good. But we go to another commercial break. Tag match is rolling along. And like I said earlier, folks, we are back tomorrow, 2 p.m. for the Netflix kickoff show. I don't know. Logan Paul's supposed to be there, even though he's retired. A whole bunch of other people are going to be there. Should be a fun one as they launch into what, their Netflix era. So, yeah, it's going to be very interesting. And again, back tomorrow night, Holiday Bash. We're here all week long up until SmackDown. And then we got some stuff coming your way. So make sure you be a friend, tell a friend. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. We're already past 6.1K. We're heading towards 7K and beyond. So, again, share the gift of the Wrestling for Life Network. Help us continue to grow. We appreciate your support and love. But right now, tag match continues. I love this venue they're in tonight. I love it. Run more venues like this. I really like it. I like the look. I like the vibe. I like the feel. And again, I like that when the audience is almost over top of the ring. It's great. Oh. KJ, did you hear the rumor that Mercedes versus Mina at Wrestle Dynasty? Yes, it's not a rumor. I believe it's happening, Kyle. And it was going around social media, like a little dance-off they had in like a gymnasium. I thought it looked really embarrassing. It looked very Bush League. Again, for the major competition, you're, one of your women's champs out there, your TBS champ. Again, I feel like Wrestle Dynasty has been promoted and sold to us better than World's End. It's crazy. Gallus for the win. But yeah, I don't believe that's a rumor. I think that's actually happening. Get your thoughts on Powerhouse Hobbs versus Takeshita announced for World's End. Gallus 53%, by the way. That's a good question. I mean, I like that Hobbs is getting a shot, but is Takeshita going to lose? Is Takeshita going to make easy work of Hobbs? It kind of came out of left field a little bit. CW and CBS before they started doing well with NCIS. There you go. The things AEW needs to get rid of: Rampage, this Ring of Honor deal, giving Moxley every single main event matches, all these championships you don't use, and last but not least, Y2J. I'd say first, but definitely least, Jericho. Again, there is a role Jericho can play. And actually, Jericho showing up on GCW, I gave him credit. I applauded him for doing that. Him hitching his wagon to Cardona is only going to help him. But again, the payoffs suck because the matches suck. But at the end of the day, I think they just need a change up. They need to mix it up. They need some fresh blood, and they got to use the talent. Tony has this thing of, if I bring them in and push them too fast, I'm going to hurt feelings. So you're never pushing the people at their best. But we got Gallus in control as we come back out of the commercial break, folks. Apparently, NXT assigned Nebraska University track and field star by the name of Megan Walker. Could be cool as they compare her with Hank and Tank. And Hank, full name is Hank Walker. There you go. Bring in Walker. This is my daughter, Megan. But yeah, very interesting. And you see them making a lot of talk about Evander Holyfield's son. They're not stopping. They're not resting. They're always trying to build. I think that they're putting all their eggs in one basket for the first Netflix. They are. It clearly that, right? We're getting a pay-per-view level booking for this event. Getting Roman and Solo, Punk and Seth, getting a IC title, getting the women's title. Like, there's a lot happening. That dance. It looked embarrassing. It looked Bush League. Again, it looked like two drunk girls that jump up on stage at the local community center hoedown. Like, it was not good. You heard what I said. Collision is coming to USA Network in Canada. Channel launches in Canada. Yeah, I read reports. I don't know how this impacts me. I'm gonna find out. But yeah, apparently USA Network coming to Canada, and that's where Collision will be. But we'll see. Wrestling Dynasty card is like wrestling elitist dream minus Sasha Banks and Jack Perry. Got a bit of a point. We got a 2 count. Only Mercedes Moné could make Amina dance go. Facts. NDB, I thought Mina was going to kick her in the face. No, they just awkwardly danced around each other. It's crazy. Hey, KJ, what do you think of Chris Jericho? I quote, he sucks. No, he does. He sucks. He sucks. I wish he didn't suck, but he sucked. Good match. Gallus is an underrated team. Gallus is great. Big fan of Gallus. I mean, I kind of miss, I think somebody said it in the chat, like the old kind of Joe Coffey we got in the British Indies and we got on NXT UK. They're great. I mean, they use Gallus to work with The Rock when The Rock was training for a comeback. They are veterans. They get it. And they're solid. They win tonight, I'll be happy. Talent with creative control is the true issue. That's a big part of it. LA Knight is repeatedly injured. He was pulled from a meet and greet. I don't know that he's been repeatedly injured. Maybe you can refresh my memory, Misfit. But I did not know he was pulled from a meet and greet. Maybe he's got a cold. I got a cold. I'm dying here. Stop putting wrestlers in factions we don't ask for. Push Malachi Black. He's my favorite wrestler. I even do the crease cross and the black mask. There you go, Roll Tide. Yeah, 100%. I think that. Oh, the catapult into the Canadian Destroyer. Axiom booted out of the ring, though. Nathan Frazer, Poison Rana. Oh, let's go. Does this match cooks? Speaking of cooking.
Let them cook. Let them cook. Yeah.
Really solid match.
Oh, and you expected of Axiom and Frazer are arguably, you could almost make the case tag team of the year.
I think you have to. You have to consider them for tag team of the year. And again, maybe not your natural first thought, but who's had more matches, more title matches, and good matches in a tag team setting?
Make matches that you don't expect to be good, and just you let them cook, and then they can pull it out.
And basically, they do well. They do like the Shawn Michaels formula really well. Like we will take a beating, but find a way to win.
Take a beating, but keep on ticking. Take a leg, but keep on ticking.
Yeah, like even during this, like they're going to do a tope.
Spanish fly from a Spaniard. Does that just make it a fly?
Oh, Spanish fly. Yeah, no, I mean, that's crazy.
That's the fly swatter.
Are they going to win?
I think they might. Holy shit, 450 after Axiom's flying outside. 1, 2, 3. Now, granted, Wolfgang, when it goes like this, his shoulders are up, but
that is crazy. They just won't lose, folks.
The little engine that can't stop.
MDB, that's funny. I don't know. Maybe the vitamins made that real funny to me. Who wants to carry around multiple baskets?
I mean, you got to go that whole guy technique of I can carry all the groceries at one time.
Yeah. Crazy.
Think about it, though. Gallus, fully healthy, fully functional. Joe Coffey at ringside. Axiom, Sling, Nathan Frazer, Rip Hamilton mask and everything. And that's the team that won.
Right? Crazy. It is insane to me, man. But I like it because that might be the third match in a row with them, Nick, where we're like, they're done. They're toast. And they're kicking each other by accident. They're all bandaged up. And they're still winning. Like tonight, I had Gallus all the way.
Absolutely. And we got Hank and Tank backstage with Javon Evans. And I like this because this is just hype on hype on hype.
But look in the background. Is that depressing?
Page just
depressing.
I hate my life. I fucking hate everything.
Leave me alone. I'm a little disappointed with the
I want Tank shirt of live, laugh, honk, honk.
Yes.
Exactly. Roll Tide. I know I wasn't the only one that saw that honk, honk. Live, laugh, honk, honk.
That is unbelievable.
Tell me, sometimes you come up on the mission and honk, honk.
That's it. That's the sound it makes in our head.
Honk, honk and goose.
Oh, too funny.
When I was a young boy, my father
took me into
the city to see the NXT man.
Hank and Tank, heavy machinery.
Well, Jason was right there with you. Did you notice Ethan sitting there sullen and downtrodden? I didn't notice it until you pointed it out.
Well, I like this. Emo Ethan.
Yeah.
I feel like they're doing the happy Ethan gimmick.
No, don't you do that. Like I said, it's like I feel like Happy Gilmore. I'm grabbing the kid by the face. Don't you say that. Don't you ever fucking say that. It's like the smile demon of like, you've been cursed now. Now you're going to be mustard stains, and who's going to be your madcap moss?
Right? Can I get a honk honk? Can I get a beep beep?
Give me a toot toot. Oh, we can't say that because he's in trouble. No, that's the most we can say of that.
I wish celebrities stop fucking up. I want to stop.
Exactly. I'd like if my freaking people would not fuck up all the time.
Yeah. I miss jamming out some good songs. Josh Alexander debut when?
My Chemical Romance. You get a star, sir. And I saw some other people that brought it up. Yeah. No, that's wifey's favorite band. I got her when they did a whole limited edition of all the vinyls and everything of all their albums on vinyl. And they all were different colorways and everything for each album and everything. I got that.
Unbelievable. But we are in a commercial break, and I will be right back, sir.
We're right. This man's sick of my MCR talk, but absolutely 100%. Yeah. The original was better than the remix. That's all I was gonna say. Hagen tonight? What? I missed the Big Eagle wing belt. No, you just missed the wing eagle. And trust me, according to some people, if you read comments online and everything, they weren't super enthralled with it, what have you. I think it was great, and I still think that we could still see Kevin Owens walking around with it, of acting like he's still very much the champion and everything. I know that they've put it out there of, well, with their Fanatics deal and everything, of they make tons of money of the second they're going to sit there and throw out a replica belt, that's going to be the one that sells to everybody. So yeah, I liked it. I hope it stays around. I know I've been on record of I like the Big W championship and everything like that, and I get it why it works from a marketing standpoint. I don't mind. I think it very much, recognizably what that is when you have it and everything. And I think that's part of why it works and why they do it. So yeah, I don't think they're gonna fully, get rid of that and just stick to the winged eagle. But I like that they're gonna allegedly, especially probably when it comes to the Saturday night main events and everything, bring back more the OG title versions and everything for a one-off, what have you. I saw a lot of people sharing about how Cody brought back the old school, white strap IC belt and the winged eagle. So this man is resurrecting titles out here. As I've got the CW hyping up college basketball. They're playing basketball. 8 days till the most wonderful time of year. I can't do the polls in the chat, but maybe the voice beyond can do it, as I've got Lexus King and King Charlie Dempsey. It's a deck of card workout. So is Lexus trying to become the next member of the No Quarter Catch crew or what have you? Like, this man was already going from like the Iron Sheik, fucking hammer throws and everything like that, to now we're running through the whole, we've got mace swings. So we're going through the whole workout of Lexus King working out with Charlie Dempsey. Interessante. Yes. Hashtag the voice beyond, the almighty powerful KJ. Don't look behind the curtain. Rock and Austin made it awesome. The winged eagle, I don't have a really a title that I'm partial to, honestly, of that era. Like, if I'm being fully honest, the title that I'm most partial to from that era is Big Goldie of the WCW. Once they moved to that belt and everything, that just had such a image to it and everything. Yeah, that was my title that I always wanted, was Big Goldie. I'm so as Ethan Page has come out and he's apologizing to everybody. This man looking like a dejected fucking, in AP science teacher right now. The big gold belt was dope. Yeah. Absolutely. Yes, the Eagle belt. Basketball is my favorite sport. There you go. Evolution made the big gold belt awesome. I think it was awesome before that, but I digress. I even when they sat there and spray painted NWO and everything on it, like that belt somehow just became even cooler. Of like, if you could have the NWO spray painted version, like, or you get the Wolfpack version. Ethan out here, I promised my daughter that I would win the big one. Is he gonna like partner up with Andre Chase? Because they're both feel like they just be looking disheveled right now. NXT needs to host at the Mall of America like WCW. Whoa. Funny that you say that, because GCW did that, and that's where Ricky Stark showed up and then cut that whole scathing promo. That since now, especially if we're working with GCW, and especially if this was already an existing thing versus a new thing that we brought along, then why'd you pull Starks from everything? Like, if you're not going to use them, at least use them some way and make him look like the fucking anti-hero and everything. The fact that you pulled him, sad Ethan Page right now. I'm literally talking to his daughter, looking straight in the camera. Without you, Viviana, I wouldn't be standing in this ring. Why? Hey, and instantly this man goes right into it, and these guys wouldn't be having the time of their lives wanting me, and then they shut up. Why? Poor Ethan, sad Page gimmick. Nick, does this story with Ethan Page lead to Josh Alexander and Ethan Page to the North on NXT? It could. I'm very interested to see where this goes. I'm hoping it's not the stupid Happy Corbin, type gimmick and everything. This man becomes disheveled and just becomes beaten down, downtrodden, and just jobber boo-boo the foo. Of maybe you at least give him some time off. If you're not going to jump him up to the main roster, which this guy still, to me, would work in the main roster, IC belt, US belt, what have you. He's talking about looking at his wife's eyes. So I think maybe you give Ethan a little bit of a pause for the cause of, I need to go now. I lost my smile. And you bring him back with Josh Alexander. There you can go. Yeah, and I don't know if I love this anymore. He's doing the I lost my smile promo.
I agree with you. And as soon as I hit
this, fair enough. Well, you brought back my smile, sir. Oh, the Shawn Michaels to my Triple H or vice versa.
But I like this. And again, I was thinking the same thing you were thinking. By the way, I got to talk to my wife. Listen, Viviana. I was like, come on. That's perfect. Is his wife really Viviana?
Viviana. Has Javon coming out here? But no, you were saying.
But yeah, does it set up something like a reset, like a Josh showing up and being like, what's wrong with you?
Turn that smile, turn that frown upside down, pal.
Right.
But this is really interesting of now Javon out here, because I thought all the way up into this, he was setting up of like, I've lost my smile. I've lost my passion. I need to go home. I need to find myself and everything. Oh, I really hope this just doesn't become, Mustard Stain Corbin.
No, I mean, again, I like again, he's selling the idea that, we saw him come, like, he had a really fast introduction to WWE and NXT, and then they kind of tapered him off, and he's selling the idea that things aren't going well. By the way, I don't know if I'm ever going to get behind Lexis King. Like, this new stuff,
the whole workout? I was waiting. But Sean Reed, just wanted to leave my support with a like and a share. You guys are awesome. Just love wrestling. Absolutely.
So Javon giving a heart-to-heart to Ethan.
This wasn't no regular smile. But you can tell Sean is booking NXT because he emphasis on smile is out the fucking gate here. This smile came from, so he's talking about his smile versus Ethan's smile. Everybody's got a smile.
But this is crazy. Like, again, it's like you've been, you're a veteran of 18 years. You deserve, like, it's crazy. Like, yeah, like it's like a bro talk.
I think it's funny though that I was talking about like the Corbin, the sad Corbin curse being like the smile curse, and now they're putting the full emphasis on smiles and everything. By the way, what class would you say Ethan Page with this look right now teaches? I said like AP chemistry and everything. Yeah. This man he's a very much like disheveled teacher.
Yeah, like a sophomore English class, English teacher. He used to be full of like quotes and poetry. Now he's just beaten down by the children.
Yeah, fucking senior class English lit teachers.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, like we're like it's a fuck it.
Yes, he just starches out Javon. So that's gonna be your go-to feud going forward is Javon Evans versus Ethan Page.
It's disgusting. And the crowd doing like it's funny because Javon was getting the crowd behind them, but Ethan is Ethan. Javon doing well with the mic. That's good for him.
And it's still, you have to, we're about to Pillmanize this man. Oh, this is so good. And Javon's selling it perfectly. He's literally fucking spastic. Yo!
Spit out blood instantaneously.
You want to know how I got these scars?
Holy shit, I did not expect that. Ethan turned again. He never unturned. He just was sad for a minute.
Yeah, he sold you that he was sad.
Oh my God, Roll Tide puking. Ruthless.
Yeah, but no, I think that was so good, and especially like keep it a buck. Javon's going to be there for a minute. Javon's still developing. Javon's still your, diamond in the rough a little bit. So you have him out there, and he eats a shot like that and everything, and you do it on a big show like this, and like you said, of instantly in hot tooties, the red mist and everything. So you're selling of Ethan Page just destroyed Javon Evans. He damn near almost crippled this boy.
Right. It's that old story of don't trust the snake. Like it's right here from Eric. Like he's that guy of like, well, why'd you bite me? Well, I'm a snake. That's what I do. Like,
right.
Appreciate your words, bro, but I can't help but be me.
Well, isn't it? It's the snake and the frog that cross the fucking liver and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know things. Yeah, he pointed ahead, look smart, vitamin C.
He's going to go to Ultra Eco.
Well, and we thought, I especially thought he was going into just sad hippopotamus and everything and was going to sit there and take a break, and then Josh Alexander and him come back and everything. And, I couldn't do this alone, blah, 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 blah. And then it cuts to, and then Ethan Page comes out instead of this man literally Pillmanizes Javon Evans with the steel chair. And we're hooked to and red food dye.
Yeah, it's crazy. Similar to when Kane did that to Shawn Michaels. So we're back in the Shawn Michaels theme.
Yeah.
Ethan teaches heel 101. There you go, Lady B. I like it.
Yeah.
Triple H, take notes is how you book the show. 316. Are you for real?
Didn't he book it?
Like,
what?
Some comments make your head hurt. Pillmanizing.
Don't let me scratch my head at this. You got me doing this shit. Pilmanizing. Yeah, I feel like that's a lost term and everything.
Right? And you hate Rhea too, bro? Look at you.
Yeah. Oh, God. You hate the booking too, bro? Look at you go.
Did he throw 32? He had a lot. Like, he ate the whole box. They were like, here, you need this for your segment. He ate the whole
We're supposed to take one. This man took the whole box.
Thank God it's not on USA because USA cuts it immediately. Oh, what is it on?
CW, no, yeah.
And they've upped it. Like CW, I mean, again, if you think of some of the shows they do, there's some blood and some fighting, and so
yeah, on fucking Scrabble and Pictionary and everything. I'm waiting for fucking Wayne Brady to gig himself and everything. He's gonna get cut open the hard way over somebody completing the puzzle type of shit.
That's triggering. No, see, this is why we can't have fun stuff, John. That wasn't like, what did that trigger other than holy shit, Ethan's a maniac? Like, yeah, come on now.
Honestly, as I'll put it out there, of two people who deal with mental health issues and everything, like how, like, show your work with that of. Like that's just being open about it. The fact that we were so sunk into it and everything, and we're advocating for it and everything, and we're just so behind it. Like I think it's doing wonders versus just again. I hate this fucking shit of just because it didn't go the way I wanted to. It's terrible. It's bad. Cancel it. It's like no.
Well, and beyond that, Nick, like I understand, like some violent scenes aren't for everybody, but then you don't watch. You watch Scrabble or Trivial Pursuit. Like that's what you do.
And you get the starter pack with the butterscotch candies and the strawberry candies and the random peppermints and everything.
The peppermints, there you go.
I saw fun side note as I got tricked backstage right now, but me and the missus were at a Market Basket, which is a New England grocery store and everything. Shout out anyone that lives in New England and everything. And they had what was called a hosting mix of candies and everything like that you could get. It was just the senior citizen AARP starter pack because it was all just, strawberry candies, butterscotch candies and everything miscellaneously, random mints. It was just what you see when you go over to your grandmother's house or what have you, of like, what the fuck is this? Oh, but it's squaring up with Trick.
We ain't watching.
I hope you win tonight because in 3 weeks I'm going to smash the fuck out of you.
Not what I'm hearing. I don't know what NXT
you are right, Joe. That is the money draw as Stephanie McCourt. Yeah.
Stephanie McCourt quickly becoming one of the most popular wrestlers in this entire company. People are really getting behind her.
Is Stephanie McCourt what Thunder Rosa should have been?
Oh, 100%. I mean, again, I think it's how you present your stars. And they brought in Stephanie, and she feels like an absolute star. I think Julia feels like a star. Zaria feels like a star. Like it's pretty much, rinse and repeat in a good way.
Yeah, you've known how to build people up and everything and make them matter.
Oh, yeah. Oba is an honorable villain. I like it.
He's the Baron Zemo. He's the Bane of pro wrestling. Or perhaps he's wondering what Trick would win a match before getting squashed by me.
As Bakura versus Cora next week. Let's go.
Holy shit. And stuffing our stockings as we get Christmas Chaos Fatal 4-Way of OTM, Hank and Tank, the D'Angelo family, and No Quarter Catch crew.
They're really working on tag team wrestling, man. Yeah, like over the last 2 months, on all the shows, you see a little uptick in the tag division.
NXT has become the anchor that holds everything that people will potshot WWE with. Oh, you don't focus on women's wrestling. Okay, watch NXT. You don't focus on tag team. Okay, watch NXT. Like, they're focusing on all the weak points that the main roster of the rest of WWE has, I feel.
Right? As here comes Tatanka Thorpe.
Yo.
Too much? Nah.
Tatanka means mini Buffalo.
Raw is not ridiculous. As we go to commercial break, folks, the main event is all we got left here tonight with about 18 minutes left on the clock. Eddy Thorpe, Trick Williams. This shall be fun. I guess I should put a poll up and see how the fans feel.
Where's your what now?
I'm going to see how the fans feel about this one.
Fair enough. Santa special referee, not tonight. That's for real. Randy Sam, what up? Oba is Raven Reit's Manave. Oh, okay. You do, Bubba. John C. No USA showed a jobber get his head busted open on the ring. Post blood stain splattered on the mat. The fact that you just called Javon Evans a jobber. Oh my God. Like, tell me you don't watch NXT without telling me you don't watch NXT. If you're going to say Javon Evans is a jobber, the man that was destined the Iron Survivor for the world title shot and everything. What are we saying out here?
If you're going to filminize someone, make it matter. And again, it's a violent move. And the fact that Javon lost some teeth and bled from the mouth.
I'll say this: if people are having issues with what we just saw with Javon Evans, then we're not ready for TVMA for Monday Night Raw and everything that people want with Netflix. Like, let's be honest. If we're gonna take umbrage with what we just saw with that, we're not ready for TVMA. We're not ready to go back to Attitude Era. Yeah. If that doesn't work, that doesn't check out in 2024, because you're going to have too many people that are going to find and nitpick and go over a fine-tooth comb and find shit to get offended by.
Yeah, nobody likes a nitpick.
What you trying to say?
Is TK just added a new match to Dynamite tomorrow? Nick Wayne versus Christian Cage versus Hook and Shibata. Barn burner.
Yay. I'm sure you're so excited to watch that on Holiday Bash.
I hate Hook. Sorry. I'm so
expound.
I'm just so done with the Hook thing. Like, it's like this punk little kid. Like, Christian should slap the shit out of him on behalf of his father. Like, it's crazy to me.
Fair enough. Well, John C. is trying to clarify. Nick, no, I'm talking about a botch that happened in 1993 with Bastion Booger and a jobber. Oh. Let's think about that statement right now. I need to clarify. I was pointing out a moment with a Bastion Booger match. What?
Wait, who the fuck was the jobber to Bastion Booger? Like, wait a minute.
Himself.
Like, who was that?
Mantar.
KJ a heel now? I mean, depends on the day.
Right. You never know. Bat hook. Yay. I hate the fucking signal. I hate the fucking bat signal. I liked Hook until the bat signal.
No, but even like I said, it's this punk kid. Like, and what killed me was last week. I think it was last week where he broke the glass on an unlocked door. Like, why? Like, why did you broke
the man went full Goldberg?
Like,
to do it.
What are you doing? I just don't take him seriously. He's the guy that should be in Ring of Honor, learning. He's like a great talent for NXT. You know,
is that really the ultimate thing that kind of fucks everything up? It was like, if Ring of Honor was what Ring of Honor, should be, it would almost like zipper pull a lot of the other issues, because it pulls them down into Ring of Honor, and then you don't have them on the main roster on main television.
Yeah, like, I mean, I get it. You want to mix on your show of a young up and coming talent and, you know, your main talent. I get that. But at the same time, you have this disconnect for me as a fan of, like, Nick Wayne shouldn't physically be beating anybody up. Jack Perry, like, I mean, again, are any of these guys the type of guy that you'd be nervous to bump into in a dark alley? No, you'd fuck his shit up. Like, none of them are intimidating. And they present as badasses. Hook's another one. Like, let's strangle the fuck out of it. Go away.
Well, that's the thing, though, is it's literally, you can see the chessboard in front of you, and it's one of those of like, literally, if I just move here and here and here and move so-and-so in a Ring of Honor, and then you instantly now, freed up space here to where you can use other talent and everything like that. But you give room for those talent to grow and develop and everything versus just out there front row on main stage and everything like that when they're not respectfully, they're not ready for that.
Well, and again, like if you want to follow on, by the way, we're getting the introductions for the main event. Eddy Thorpe taking on Trick Williams, folks. Get your votes in. But you know, you have this thing where Hook is mad because someone took out his dad, and somebody just pointed out that yes, the Taz is his dad. Someone takes out Taz, and then it turns out it was Kip, and then he was mad, but then he went away for a couple weeks, and then Christian fucked up Moxley, and then Christian's cutting promos on Moxley, but then Hook shows back up. Like the storytelling is so appalling.
Facts. Anyone think Mike Rome out here, or the NXT ring announcer, is about to either start singing Panic at the Disco or Life is Like a Hurricane here in Duckburg?
He gives me Rock Lobster vibes, bro.
Rock Lobster.
Here we go.
Silk Stockings used to be on After Raw, and that was softcore.
What the fuck?
I like that you have that as a hard bank in your memory bank there. Track me up. Folks, let us know whether you're taking Eddy Thorpe or whether you're taking Trick Williams for this match right now, as we are in the main event, we assume, of
that was
weird. 10 minutes to go before the end of NXT for the NXT Championship.
Back. There you go. There you go. Let's see. 79% of the chat is taking Trick Williams.
Makes sense.
It's convoluted. Absolutely. He looks like a dude from Fitz and the Tantrum.
I wish I knew what that band was.
I just chuckle. Trick for the win. Tag title match should have been the main event unless this is a title change or a big surprise. Yes and no. I mean, I understand why it wasn't, but and again, they retained, so you put your main storyline, your main belt in the main event. I'm okay with it.
It's still the world title. It's still the world title. That's still always the argument of, does your world title go on last?
Yeah, and as much as possible, it should. I mean, there's exceptions to every rule, but the rule is if your belt's going to be defended on the show, it should end the show, no matter what the circumstances.
Absolutely.
Whoop. Oh, leg lariat.
Two go. Is Trick Williams just like really young Booker T?
Yes, very much so. There's very the obvious similarities, right? I mean,
well,
I
dare I say moveset. CM Punk might come and just punch me from off camera and everything like that. But if you're going with at least the same type of style that they are as a wrestler and everything like that, Trick wrestles that same type of style, uses the same, offensive maneuvers.
Right. As we go to commercial break, folks, rolling through. Like I said, heavy favorite, 79, 10%, and 10% actually took nobody. So Eddy tied with nobody.
I don't like that. I'm getting a Dave Meltzer medication commercial because it treats onset early dementia.
Yes, he's a really young Booker T. Look, Austin Theory is a young Cena. Well, not quite. We're not there yet.
We thought we were there. We're not there.
I mean, Theory's still got a lot of career left. We'll see where it goes.
I've seen I've at least seen one person throw out this idea. I don't want to fully source them because I can't remember. But the idea of Austin Theory goes the way of Cody Rhodes, like goes away from WWE, finds himself, comes back, established what have you, because like it is a guy like Austin Theory is a guy like Grayson Waller almost too chewed up right now within WWE.
Maybe. I mean, they can take time where they've been very quiet. So now that, I mean, again, could they come into the fold somewhere? For sure. I mean, again, I think it's young in his career. There's going to be ebbs and flows to it. I just don't know if, like, Theory doesn't give me that indie vibe. Like, he's going to go and do the indie circuit.
Yeah, but Braun Breaker's far longer in his career than Austin Theory is.
Yeah, but that's a Breaker thing.
Carmelo Hayes, Trey Williams. I'm trying to think of more names.
Trick. I think Trick's still on the baby show. Carmelo.
Yeah, it's debatable right now if you want to call it the baby show.
But you got to keep in mind, though, this is a guy who's had U.S. titles and all that. Like, Carmelo hasn't hit any of those heights. So, again, I think that he's going through a bit of a quiet time, which you need because we get sick of seeing them. So, I'm curious. I mean, they were teasing a breakup and it never came to be. I don't know, but I
do we get Theory versus Cena on the retirement tour because we had the promo to where Cena just dog walked him.
Well, I mean, and Theory got the win on him, so I think this might be a chance for maybe a bit of a comeback. I don't know.
Fair enough.
Trick and Young OG will be a tag team champs. That's interesting. Put them in the Dusty together.
Do we get a Dusty?
I think so.
I'm starting to think it's Dusty if we get a Dusty.
Why?
We didn't get one this year. Well, no, yeah, I said this, then you proved me wrong. So I'll shut up. I thought we didn't get the one this year, and apparently we didn't.
Yeah, 2024 men's. Yeah, we definitely did. But yeah, I think that, I mean, if they do the Dusty, maybe they'll do it around January, February. It looks like that's kind of the usual ebb and flow of it. It's early January into or mid to late January.
Build into Stand and Deliver.
No. Okay. Yeah, no, they'll have it done by February, like in the Vengeance.
No, I'm saying fully of the Dusty would be done by then, but say if that story builds into Stand and Deliver is what I'm saying. Sure, why not? That could work. Is Eddy kind of in control of Trick right now? I miss AJ Francis. That said nobody ever. Not even his mama. Is there a big announcement segment tomorrow? Damn it. I'm just waiting for Dementia Dave to give TK 5 stars. Oh, yeah, I haven't heard anything about a big announcement. Would it be Cardona signed? Right, 100%. Eddy, could you see AJ come back to WWE after now he's allegedly done with TNA, but they might still be in talks. But AJ comes back, WWE. I think if they feel like he's done enough, I could see it being a thing. Again, it just never got off the ground, and we'll see. Apparently, some of AJ's issue was his attitude. Well, that was a weird spot. That fucked up. Oops. That just fucked up. Someone zigged when they should have zagged with that one because someone was going for a rolling cutter and someone was going for a cutter, and they both just nah. AJ Francis is about to beat up a YouTuber on January 9th. Oh. That Malcolm Muscle? Or did they already have their match? I don't know. Again, this is me just being ultra nerd of paying attention to YouTube bullshit. But yeah. No, I thought he might have had that match. But yeah, no, AJ Francis, if he came back to WWE, he's not ever going to be anywhere near where he was in TNA or if he went to, say, MLW. Yeah. Like, he'd be heavy on a mid-card guy, maybe a mid-card belt, a tag belt what have you. He's not out there competing for world titles like he was when he just faced Dolph Ziggler for the TNA world title. Right. It would behoove him to re-sign with TNA, I would say.
I think TNA is a nice spot for him. It allows him to work the way he works, and it's not been bad, I'll be honest.
And they're very much up for the letting the character shine outside of the ring, so he can drop all of his, hippies and hoppies and terrible raps and everything, just like Joe Hendry with his music, as Eddy Thorpe in control, by the way.
Yeah, so AJ's gonna fight BDE.
Who?
BDE.
EC3? DDP? Yeah, you know me.
Well, both men down again. Crowd's a little rumbly, not overly into this.
Well, and you got to take into account, again, I don't know if it's like last night with Raw, to where they had tapings a bit beforehand and then part of it afterwards and everything, of like, there's the double taping here. So if you're here for the long haul. If you bought a ticket to this venue.
100%. Axe kick, pump kick, whatever you want to call it.
Right. Step up in the game.
If Tessa Blanchard behaves herself, improves, she's changed the TNA run. You see her either WWE or AEW. If anything, AEW, because I think Tony would be okay. I don't know WWE would ever go. The thing with WWE is when you Google somebody and a bunch of bad shit comes up, that's not what they want. I could see Tony looking past that. I can't see WWE doing that.
I'll agree with you on that, but they nerfed Odyssey Jones because of exactly what you said. So, and I think it's a really big testament that Tessa wasn't like just a recent free agent. Like, she'd been out there.
Yeah, for a while.
And neither of the big two took any interest.
Yeah.
There was no talks. There was no discussion of talks. Nah, you can have that. That ain't even what I'm mad at. So I the officials down. Eddy with the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Eddy! Orton definitely should be Cena's final match. I agree with this, Oscar, or at least, I mean, Cena's final match. Orton.
What in the fucking...
Oh, 2.
2 count.
But welcome, Oscar. Charlie Dempsey.
What in the fucking... Pete Rosenberg, is this official?
Oh, Haluva.
Yeah. Double Haluva. About to be triple Haluva. Oh, big knee. 1.
Both refs count, but Eddy's foot's under the rope. And the crowd.
What's the decision? What's the decision?
Wait,
the refs are arguing, and again, one was the official, and the other's the secondary official. Now this is, crew chief versus line judge.
Oh, I see what they did on the backslide. Both men down, both men pinned.
Both men had their shoulders touching the mat.
Ava's here, with her bandage.
As we cut to producers.
Ava Rain.
And so we go off the air undecided. So whoever picked nothing wins out.
You know what was not an option on the voting? Everybody wins.
Well, I guess that would be nothing. It's like picking green on a roulette wheel. You can pick red or black, and the fuckers who pick green won.
Right? Why did both refs count? I mean, again, at first I didn't see that Trick had slid into having his shoulders down.
Yeah, I hadn't really thought about it. I was right there with you when you're like, well, Eddy's got his foot under the ring or under the ropes and everything.
Well,
but then they show it, and they show even more of like, well, Trick's got his shoulders down just as much as Eddy's got his shoulders down. Yeah. And you don't know in the position battle who's and who's who's.
Right. Well, does it set up a triple threat?
Oh,
run it back.
That honestly, that might be the greatest fucking way to get out of this.
Right?
That might have been the ultimate trump card.
Eddy eats a job but looks good tonight.
Well, and you can even debate he didn't need a job.
Right.
We just get indifference, and then we get to New Year's Evil. We get some promo packages. We get some in betweens. We get Ava Rain, and that might have been why we got Ava saying, "I know how you got here now, you fucking snaky, slithery bastard here and everything." So now we get a triple threat, and then
yeah. I mean, that's again a bit of a. I mean, for some fans, I see the reaction. But there's it's a little flat. Again, I don't love Trick William matches. I just don't. He has yet to, and like we're like, wow, this is really good.
Yeah, Trick's great all the way up until the bell rings. He's run into that carrying cross syndrome that Adam Cole pointed out of you're great until the bell rings.
Mm-hmm. But ladies and gentlemen, NXT has gone off the air. We will take your rating out of 10 tonight. What did you like? What didn't you like? How did you feel? I know the ending wasn't the best, but I mean, overall, pretty good show.
Oh, I think that was a fantastic way to end it. It's you skate across all outcomes and everything like that. You have it of, maybe I would have liked at least if you would have had, say, an official decision of tonight's bout is officially a draw.
Yeah.
Now, granted, that might have been a bit more of that's a bit boo inducing. Yeah. Anytime you hear the words draw, that's a bit boo inducing.
Well, it ends up being a draw, but you go off the air with not even having that, with just like Ava trying to like what. But again, I think it just, I don't know, maybe the sum of the parts didn't work. But at the end of the day, I mean, I think I see what they're doing here. But
I liked it. I'm 7, and I'm.
Yeah, I'll go 7. 7 seems fair. Eddy Rob, there you go. I like Eddy, 7 out of 10. But again, as the heel, he gets to sell on why he got screwed, like we just saw with Kevin Owens. And again, I think it turns into a triple threat, but Eddy eats an L to Oba, Trick gets out clean, and here we go.
I think you nailed it right there with the triple threat of, again, like you said, Eddy eats the pin and Trick gets none of that Oba on him.
I think so. You don't want to get too much Oba on you. 6.9 out of 10, 7 out of 10, 8 silk stocking episodes out of 10. Shrek doubling down. Trick Williams is sports entertainment. I see what you're saying. I get that. I kind of get that. 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10. I didn't like Javon getting murdered on live TV. I didn't mind. I liked it.
It's again, to me, the biggest argument with this of
it was great.
That's nowhere near as much as the shit that we've seen on AEW, to where motherfuckers are out there playing, smash them up. That poisoning of I'm going to make you drinking cleaning fluid and running a fucking car into another car of like, we're not ready for TVMA. For everyone out there that writes a comment like, I can't believe what they did to Javon, then you I don't want to see a comment saying, well, why isn't Raw on Netflix TVMA? Because you're not ready to handle that.
No, and I mean, ultimately, I think that like when I watch an action movie, I know there's going to be some fighting, some blood, some fight.
Yeah.
And this is what I'm watching here tonight is an action, an action soap opera. And I think for a long time, people were mad about it being a little lackluster. But as an adult, Javon got fucked up. Ethan gets instant heat. And you set up Javon versus Ethan at New Year's Evil.
Yeah, he got pulmonized and he spit out some red viscous liquid and everything like that. Remember when the Brood was out there doing bloodbaths and everything like that? Well, speaking of, we got Saturday main event. I'll go Jesse Ventura. I ain't got time to bleed.
Right, 7.5. And Denisha, welcome, 8 out of 10. 7.5 out of 10 for me. And a late good evening. Yeah, what's up, Z-Man? 8 out of 10. Very fun NXT. 6 out of 10. We'll find out who won on the Christmas special. Yes, we will. 7.5. Thorpe didn't need to be in the Trick Oba match. He didn't need to be, but I think I know why they're doing
it. He doesn't need to be, but it makes all the sense why he is.
Right? Yeah, it's crazy. Just yesterday was Halloween, and we're talking about New Year's Evil.
Oh, what?
Time flies, my guy. 6.5, 7.5. Now it's going to be a triple threat. Why? I think I explained why. I mean, again, I think they're out, right?
Yeah, it's Eddy eats a pin. He still kind of can look strongish a bit and everything after he pulled a little trick and everything. It still gets him into the main event of New Year's Evil. So you get an Eddy Thorpe in a main event match. You get Trick Williams, who's probably all but on his way out of NXT. And you get Oba, that's going to go over looking as a strong babyface as your new NXT champion.
Right. 7 out of 10. Bret Hart vibes. I see what you're saying. Ava dressing classic tonight. Well, other than the muffin.
You're like, other than just Ava.
Yeah, other than, those matches were good. Yeah, they were. 0 to 10, no flamethrowers, unprotected chair shots to the head or real glass. 8 out of 10. Triple H and HBK love triple threats. They really do. MDV, we joke about this a lot. Like, the man with trips in his name loves his triple threats.
Yeah. And surprisingly, thankfully, they've managed to mostly make them work. But yeah, they're at times a hard dance to do.
Yeah. And again, I think it's it's two things. It's a bit of a fail-safe because you have so much talent, but it's also a bit of a way of like, we'll put 3 guys in, and the one person nobody expects to win takes the L. We're good.
Yeah.
Are we gonna be live for Christmas? We will be live next Monday. 7.5. Let's go. Wrestling for Life Tag Stream Champions of the World. 10 out of 10. I'll take that.
Right.
Javon ain't got time to bleed. There you go, Nick.
Exactly. I ain't got time to bleed.
The Ava bottom. Oba Femi is a natural heel. He's getting over though as a baby face. That's what I like about Oba. Like, people are starting to cheer him.
Oh yeah, you got the little bounce, the little swag. Well, that's why I thought Eddy could have won. Just even straight up of.
Oh yeah.
Then you move it on to where you're getting heel versus babyface, and Trick parts ways with NXT.
Oba gets a bigger pop beating Eddy than he does beating Trick, but this kind of saves face. Plus, I do think Trick keeps getting put in triple threats because they're trying to hide the fact that he's still a little he kind of wrestles like a giraffe. like
a newborn baby go. Like, I don't know how my legs work.
Right, like Bambi on ice. Like, he's a little wobbly sometimes.
Could you see Oba? I'ma smash him, I'ma stack him, and I'ma pin him.
Yes.
He just pins both them motherfuckers at the same time. We ain't debating nothing.
Right. And again, kind of sully a bit of my theory, but yeah, I could see him doing it. What's more emphatic if he just stacks them and like, all right, who's gonna beat this guy?
Right.
But no, that's it. I mean, overall, a really solid show. I really liked tonight. The ending a little bit flat, but I mean, you liked it more than I think part of my issue was I didn't see Trick down. I only thought Eddy was down.
I didn't even see that, and you honestly sold me more on Eddy could have won because his foot was under the rope. I was more of just I was hoping against hope of Eddy could have found a way to sneakily win it or what have you. And everything. I don't know. Maybe I was just excited because Ava Rain.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start getting Ava Rain over like you try and get Wendy Chu over.
It's not gonna work, bro. She's not good.
Neither are, but I'll at least meet you halfway.
I would take 20 fucking Wendy's.
That's fine. You're entitled to your wrong opinion.
Let fucking Stevie Turner run the show. She's much more fun.
Robert Stone.
I'm okay with that too. Bambi Fema. No. Bambi Williams.
Yeah, no, he's the hunting Bambi.
Right.
Wendy Chu is actually over. Shut the fuck up, MDB.
He is over. She's over. She's great. Spooky
She's
too.
over like a fucking past expiration fucking tuna sandwich. She's over. You need to turn over and fucking throw it in the garbage.
Oh, I think she's perfectly fine. Ava definitely looks like a tuna sandwich. Moving on.
Oh, I opened the door. I should have never let you walk through.
I had to.
Yeah.
But, I'm not clicking on any of those comments. But ladies and gentlemen, that is NXT. We are back tomorrow. Remember, 2 p.m. We are here for the Netflix kickoff. And we're also back for the Dynamite Holiday Bash. It's going to be a stacked one. Lots going on here at the channel. Lots going on everywhere. Follow us on Instagram. Follow all our socials. All the links are down below. Be a part of the family. Be a part of the fun. And it's your way to stay up to date on all the things we're doing. And again, we're heading towards 2025. Can't wait to turn the calendar and have another outstanding year at the Wrestling for Life Network. But Nick, that's all I got tonight. I mean, not bad.
Absolutely, 100%. It's the holiday season, and it's the time for giving, and the best gift you can give is give the gift of wrestling and everything. But our shit is real, our shit is raw, our shit is all authentic. When you talk about that wrestling, you put that for life, whatever.
Come back tomorrow, folks. We'll see you on the flip side. Have a good night.